Hey everyone, Andrew Rivera here from Baltimore, Maryland with my second lesson for Introduction to Music Production. Today we're going to learn how to record in Pro Tools 10. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is create a blank session. Then we're going to go ahead and want to select the type of file that we'll be using. I prefer WAV files because they can be used in both Mac and Windows systems. An AIFF file can only be used on a Mac system, so we'll go ahead and use WAV. Next we will select the bit depth. 24-bit is recommended because it has a greater dynamic range than the 16-bit, but there is a 32-bit float option as well. Only problem with that is it tends to cause problems when you run on a slower hard drive, for example. It's not able to kind of keep up with the recording. Next, we're going to select the interleave file, and this will allow us to import stereo audio files into our session, and we're going to select a 48 kilohertz sample rate. Next, you're going to want to pick a name for the file that's going to be easy to remember so it doesn't get lost in your computer. This file we're going to call Coursera Test. And then once we're done naming the file, we'll go ahead and save, and then Pro Tools will go ahead and create a session for us. Now, looking at the session right here, the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to create a track, because for this session we'll be recording an acoustic guitar. So we're going to click the New tag within the track menu, and then we're going to select how many tracks we want to create. We're only going to be making one mono track. So something else that's good to do when you're recording in Pro Tools is you're going to want to select the input. In this case we're using input 2 over on the audio interface. And then we're going to want to adjust the tempo for the song, and this is going to allow us to have a better overall performance. To do this, a really great tip that I like to do is by tapping the T key on your keyboard. It will allow you to pretty much match up the tempo. So if you know the tempo in your mind, you're not quite sure about the number, you can just keep hitting T until you find the specific tempo that you're going to be looking for the particular song that you're recording. Once you get kind of in the general ballpark, then you'll be able to figure it out. It looks like at this point we're between 160 and 165, so we'll go ahead and select 165. Now the tempo has been changed for the song. Before we record, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go ahead and make sure that it's record enabled, and that the track has a name to it so that we'll be able to identify it in the digital audio workspace and know exactly what the sound is. So in this case, acoustic guitar. Now to go ahead and record it, I just want to click the record button and then the play button, and then I'll be able to start recording the audio. Now after I've finished recording this track, if I feel that it's not up to par, if I want to record another track afterwards, it's really simple to do. By clicking the arrow that's next to the track name, I can select a new take. And by doing this, it'll allow me to keep the track, but then it'll allow me to record a second take afterwards. Now the beauty of this is it's going to allow me to keep track of all the takes that I record for each instrument. And it's going to make it really easy to kind of sort through and edit the different takes so I can compile them into the ultimate track that's going to be on the recording. And in order to do that, all I have to do is change my view to playlists, and then I'll be able to view all the tracks that I've recorded in the past.